If you watch a herd of cattle for long enough, you'll eventually see two of them standing side by side, facing complete opposite directions. It looks like a simple fluke, a moment of bovine coincidence. But this specific orientation is a coordinated physical response. This diagram shows the reach of a cow's primary descents. While the tail easily sweeps the hindquarters, it cannot reach the muzzle or eyes. When two animals align in reverse, the tail of one animal swings around to cover the exact blind spot of the other. They are swatting each other's flies. By standing reciprocally, they solve a geometric problem they physically cannot fix alone. Cattle don't just tolerate insect pressure, they actively mitigate it using spatial arrangements to protect the most vulnerable parts of the group. Consider the sheer scale of an adult bovine. Between the back, the flanks, the neck, and the legs, there is a massive surface area available for insects to land on. This close-up shows face flies swarming the sensitive tissue around the eyes and muzzle. These pests feed on secretions, and because the cow's own tail cannot reach this far forward, these areas remain highly vulnerable. Because a cow is defending such a large physical front, it cannot rely on a single tool. It requires a specialized arsenal to handle attacks on different parts of the body. To protect the face, cattle use rapid ear flicking and sharp head shakes. The ear acts as a movable surface, sweeping across the eyes and forehead to disrupt flies before they can settle. This image focuses on the lower legs, a primary target for biting stable flies. When insects attack the hooves, the animal triggers a different localized response, repeated foot stamping to shake the pests loose. For the rest of the body, cattle use an anatomical feature most other mammals lack, the cutaneous trunci muscle. This macro shot shows the skin rippling over that specialized muscle. It's an efficient piece of engineering. Instead of moving the whole heavy animal, the cow simply twitches the localized surface to dislodge the insect. The cow dynamically chooses between these specialized tools, deploying specific reactions depending on exactly where the threat is attacking. When individual defenses are overwhelmed, the herd itself becomes the barrier. This photograph shows bunching, where cattle pack tightly together to limit the amount of skin exposed to the swarm. This diagram illustrates the dilution effect. As the group clusters, the total exposed perimeter shrinks. By reducing the surface area available to the insects, the group lowers the landing risk for the individual animals inside. But as this image of industrial cooling fan suggests, bunching has a cost. Tightly packed cattle restrict airflow, which prevents them from dissipating body heat and can lead to heat stress on hot days. Observation also requires context. While head-to-tail positioning is a fly defense, cattle will adopt the same orientation to shield themselves from wind gusts or to minimize the surface area exposed to direct solar radiation. Survival is an equation of trade-offs, but behavior used to escape insects can easily create a new problem with heat. This graph shows why chemical sprays often fail. Repeatedly using the same insecticide kills susceptible flies, while allowing resistant ones to survive and reproduce. This creates an arms race that requires a more integrated approach to pest management. Fly pressure changes how an animal allocates its day. Every cow operates on a strict behavioral budget, dividing 24 hours between eating, drinking, ruminating, and resting. Heavy insect pressure steals time. Every hour spent stamping, twitching, and repositioning is an hour lost that should have been spent feeding or ruminating. The true impact of these attacks isn't just a physical itch. It is a systemic disruption of the animal's daily routine and overall welfare. Stock persons use these visible physical reactions to identify environmental stress before it ever shows up in production numbers or weight gain data. Animal behavior is a continuous stream of information. Cattle may lack words, but if you know how to observe, the herd is already communicating.